Okay, today is Monday, March 3rd, and today I learned. Sometimes when you know something already and you know you need to do something and you have a certain piece of knowledge about whatever, sometimes you need that same knowledge to be kind of told to you or kind of inputted into you again, even though you already know it. It's kind of like, for some reason, this analogy doesn't really make sense, but it's like if there was a machine and it had like an input and an output, right? And it already had the input, but the input was kind of like jammed, right? So you have to put another input in there for it to get unstuck, and so it can continue. It's kind of like that. Another example that I just thought of, if you have when you're playing basketball and it can get, the basketball can get stuck in between the backboard and the rim, and it's wedged in there. You have that, so you need another input. You need another basketball to get put into the system in order for you to get that basketball out, right? So it's kind of just sometimes if you have a certain process, you have a certain piece of knowledge or certain input, right? And you're trying to get a certain output from that. I feel like this is mainly applicable through you have a certain piece of knowledge and you're trying to apply it. Right, so the knowledge part of it is the input, and then the output part of it is the taking action. So sometimes when you have that input and you're trying to get the output, sometimes it's just jammed for some reason. And I'll talk about the jamming. But sometimes it gets jammed and you need the same input, you need the same piece of knowledge in order for you to just do the action. So I'm going to draw this out because I think this is very easily diagrammable, if that makes sense. So I'm using knowledge and action as my inputs and outputs. This is what I have. We have the input and we have the output, and that corresponds to the knowledge and the action. And I'm putting your brain as kind of like the function or whatever. So sometimes that input just gets jammed for whatever reason in your function, or sometimes that knowledge gets jammed in your brain and it provides a blockage. It just can't, the machine stops working, right? And I think a lot of this, if we're talking about knowledge and action, this jam or this blockage is really just procrastination. Or it can be kind of just you're running away from it, you know the knowledge but you avoid it, right? So that you don't have to take the action because ignorance is bliss, right? That kind of thing. So a lot of times this knowledge or this input can get jammed and you have to get that input in there again in order for it to fix itself. The whole reason why I learned this today is that I've been struggling with scrolling and just procrastination on my school quite a bit, more than usual. And I was kind of just thinking because technically scrolling isn't a sin. At its core, you're literally just watching videos, right? And it's fine to watch videos. It's perfectly fine, on YouTube and stuff. It's not bad to do it. So I was kind of using that as it's okay for me to do it because I'm technically not sinning or whatever, technically. But then as I was scrolling, there's this video about self-control, and it put up, what was the verse? Ephesians 2, I think it was. We're gonna get the Bibli out. Okay. Ephesians 5:15 through 16, which says, "Look carefully then how you walk, not as unwise, but as wise, making the best use of time because the days are evil." Really just verse 16, making the best use of time because the days are evil. And it put up that verse, and I've seen and heard that verse before, but I kind of forgot about it, honestly. And once I saw that, I was like, okay, that is a reason for me to stop scrolling, because that is directly hitting on that. That's directly hitting on that because I'm using this scrolling, I'm literally not using the best use of time, right? So now I have that, I'm getting that knowledge inputted again, because I knew inherently scrolling is not bad, but I knew deep down that because of why I was doing it and I was running away from my responsibilities and I'm just indulging in what I want to do and I'm not making the best use of time, I knew it was bad, but I didn't want to. First of all, I was avoiding it. That's another one of the blockages that I was talking about. And I was kind of just technically it's not a bad thing. But once I saw that verse, I was just like, I got the input again. I got the knowledge again that it was bad for me to do in the way that I'm doing it. I'm talking like scrolling or wasting time in that kind of form. So like once I got that knowledge again that I knew, like once I got that knowledge again that scrolling or procrastinating or that kind of thing was bad, that was like, okay, now I have the knowledge. I have the double input to just unjam the function so I can get that output and actually take action on it. I'm not saying that if you know that something is wrong, you should wait for someone to tell you it or wait for some external thing to show it to you to take action on it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that sometimes, like, we don't really realize it. And sometimes, like I said, ignorance is bliss. Like, that's what I was thinking. I knew that it was wrong, but I was just trying to ignore it because technically it wasn't wrong. Earlier in the day before I saw that short, I was thinking, like, I need some kind of, like, it's very helpful for me when there's a specific verse that's saying that doing this thing is good or doing this thing is wrong. And that's usually what I put on my wall because it's like, this is something that I know how I can apply and I know I'm doing this thing wrong, or I know, like, I need to do this in my life. And just having those specific verses to know, like, this is what I need is so useful. One of my favorite verses is Proverbs 16:9, if not my favorite verse. And it says, the heart of a man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps. And that is just a very, like, it hits for me because a lot of times, like, I'll make a plan for my day and it just doesn't go according to plan. And I'm like, oh, why is this happening? And I'll get really mad. But then that verse just directly hits on that. So for me, it's been really helpful to just have specific, like, I guess this is applicable for everyone, just having, like, specific commands or just specific things that, like, you know where that is in your life, right? And so I didn't have that, and I was thinking about, like, I need to find a verse that pushes that for me and, like, convicts me every time I do this thing wrong. So yeah, then I found this Ephesians verse, making the best use of time because the days are evil. And I was just like, that's the verse now. And I'll probably put it on my wall because now every time that I start scrolling again, or every time I start procrastinating by, like, you know, doing something that is not making the best use of my time, I can think of that verse and be like, this is not what I should be doing right now. Going back to just, like, the function part of it, like the input output, sometimes you will know something and you just can't take action for whatever reason. And it is very useful to remove that blockage, remove that jam in your function. So if you're procrastinating, you're trying to remove that procrastination, reduce the friction for the thing you're trying to do, and increase the friction of the thing you don't want to do. If you're avoiding it right now as you're watching this video, if there's something on your mind where you have the knowledge and you know you haven't been applying it and you're avoiding it, just stop avoiding it. The only way to not avoid something is to just completely attack it and expose it, right? So I would encourage, like, journal. And in yesterday's video, I talked about why, just, like, asking why. So if you're avoiding something, then just, like, journal about it and, like, why are you avoiding it? What is it about it that you don't want to do or take action on? What is this, like, revealing about yourself? That kind of thing. So there will be those blockages. Sometimes you'll have the knowledge of something. Well, most of the time, actually. Most of the time you will have the knowledge of doing something and you just can't take action on it because of some kind of blockage, some kind of jam. Learning how to mitigate that blockage is very, very important because the action part is the part that matters, right? If you had a machine that had an input and an output, right? If you had a function and you just kept inputting, but you never got any output, then what's the use, right? It's just wasted time. The same thing, like this, it feels like all of my videos just go back to knowledge and action, just taking action on your knowledge. But if you just watch all these videos, if you just read your Bible, if you just learn, like if you take a bunch of courses, that's just the knowledge part. Taking a course is not action. I saw a video about that the other day. It's like taking a course is not the action. Signing up for this thing is not taking action. Taking action is actually doing the thing, right? But yeah, like I said, sometimes there will be blockages, and sometimes one of the ways to get rid of those blockages is to just give yourself the same information, but maybe in a different way, or maybe in a way that kind of exposes you, or maybe in a way that kind of just hits home for you, right? This second input that you're adding, it could either be in a different form, right? Maybe like a different quote, a different verse, a different thing, whatever. Maybe you make it hit home for you, so make it more emotional, like provide an analogy for it, or actually think about what is the specific thing that I can apply this in my life, that kind of thing. Sometimes it's just because it's coming from a certain person. Like a lot of times, if I received information from one person, I won't take action on it. But if I receive the same information from another person, then I will take action on it, because they have more respect or authority in our minds, right? So yeah, I just think that sometimes one of the ways to kind of remove that blockage, to unjam that function, is to just take the same input again, but in a different form, either from a different source or through a different medium to get to you. So there's a source and then there's a medium. Though that's kind of what I was talking about, like the source from a different person, a different whatever, and then through a different medium. So whether that's through an emotional sense, or maybe it's a visual sense, or whatever. Get the same knowledge from a different source or a different medium in order to unjam your function so that you can actually take action on it, right? So to kind of recap, I made a very simple diagram here, but we have our knowledge and we have our action. I'm going to let this focus. Oh boy. So knowledge, action. This is jammed. This is our function, and we're trying to get this input of knowledge and result in the output, right? But it's jammed, right? It's jammed because we're either avoiding it, and in that case, you need to just attack that avoidance and figure out why you're avoiding it, or you're procrastinating on it. And procrastination can come from fear of failure. It can come from ignorance, like same kind of stuff, right? There's some blockage to action, right? The way to unjam it, or one of the ways to unjam it, is to receive the same knowledge, but receive it from a different source or from a different medium. So sources can be like from a different person. That's mainly what I'm thinking of, maybe from a different source of authority that actually matters to you, or through a different medium. So these mediums could be like visual, in text, in like a different quote, a different verse, a different whatever, or maybe through a diagram or through an analogy, things like that, something that actually relates to your life. That's like the different mediums. So that's kind of what I learned today. If you found this helpful, if you have any thoughts, how are you going to apply this in your life? Like, what is something that right now you're thinking of that you have been ignoring? And just go find that different source or different medium to unjam that function so that you can actually take action. And then one thing is, like, if you want that function to stay jammed, you never want to take that action. Like, yes, that is the natural, like, we don't want to do the things that we should do, right? But also, you have to go back, like, why do you need to take this action? There's got to be some reason for it. You have to go back to the why. And like I said, I talked about asking why in yesterday's video, so that's actually linked here. Like this video, comment if you have any thoughts. You can subscribe in that corner. If you subscribe, I will see you in tomorrow's video. I'm posting every single day talking about what I learned that day and how I'm trying to apply it to my life and how you guys can apply it to yours. So if you want to see that kind of thing, then definitely subscribe. Bye.